cold moon, shining beer.
Shiner beer?
Whoa.
That would work.
That would work.
Yeah.
All right.
We're in the process of writing a country song.
We are.
Y'all.
We're actually
Howdy.
right on the verge of writing a great country hook or a jingle for Shiner.
Yeah. All right, boys. We're going to do this intense, full of information episode called the Game Speak Podcast. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, whoa. Hold up. What? I said yo, whoa, whoa. Hold up. 3, 2, 1. Yo, 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 and hello, and welcome to Game Speak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday. And oh, wait, hold on. Did it pull up the old one?
Pull up the old one again. It's okay.
Streamlabs.
Fuck it.
It's all right. New episodes go up for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are streaming live every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast and Facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Be sure to go ahead and join our ever-growing community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games, battle and catch Pokemon, get show updates, find friends to play games with, and so much more. This show is 3 BFFs bringing you the hottest video game news of the week. I'm one of your hosts, Jamal Al-Jafra, alongside Brent Bass and Devin Murray.
Sounds like if you were reading that while taking a shit.
You sound like the epic rap battles of history guy.
Or that.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's probably a better
Heard that.
description.
I've actually never seen it. I've heard so much about the epic rap battles in history.
It's really like early 2000s YouTube funny. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Does
things,
it hold up?
Nah, I don't know. They still make them.
Some of them.
They're like there's lots of them. Some are better than others.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how Smosh is. Like, Smosh was so funny back in the day, but you go back and watch it, and you're like,
There's just so much funny shit now. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
you got more to choose
Too
from
much
these
funny
days,
shit.
you know?
it's all leveled up. Yeah, it's like, even like OG. One weird thing, a lot of people, I have to bring this up. A lot of people are like, old Family Guy was so much funnier. But I'm like, no,
Really wasn't.
mid-level Family Guy, like not today's Family Guy, but not the original Family Guy, but right in the middle is where it was good.
When Family Guy first changed their animation style to be
Yes.
like more crispy looking, that's when they were like at peak Family Guy. You
Yeah,
know what I
when
mean?
it was
the newer Family Guy has just dropped off.
Yeah.
entirely.
bad, yeah.
At this point, it's not. Like, every now and then, they'll drop something hilarious.
They're
but
just
then it's
making
just like-
Family Guy because it still has such a follow. It's like The Simpsons. They'll never stop making Family Guy.
It's just money.
Even though Simpsons also got really
'Cause there's
shitty.
always going to be people just
Simpsons
to
is
watch.
the same way. Early, like the very first Simpsons sucks ass. The modern Simpsons sucks ass. But there was like
It's
a
like
little
right in the
window
middle.
where the sweet spot of the Simpsons, like there's a few seasons right in the middle that are just awesome. You know what I mean?
Because it's like
Yeah.
starting the craft, perfecting the craft, drawing out the craft.
Yeah.
Like,
Shitting on the craft.
dissecting the craft in front of a live audience.
decomposing the craft like from further on.
But that's the thing, is like, I always see people like they'll post a funny Family Guy clip, and it'll be from like a modern one, and it'll be like, I miss when Stewie was the evil baby genius, and it's like, that wasn't funny though. Like, none, like, of all the funny parts, him being like the evil Stewie was like the least funny part, or at least to me it was. It was like there was no. He's like, vile woman, you know. It's
Well,
like,
I mean, it is one of those things, kind of like South Park killing Kenny all the time.
like-
you know, like you don't
Yeah.
have to kill Kenny every episode, but you've made such a big point to kill him the whole
You
first
should have
3
kept it
seasons.
going.
You should have kept it going.
But that's different, because that's just like a quirk of this of the show. Like, it's Stewie's whole
Is it
joke.
different though? Like,
It
'cause
is.
that's just a quirk of the show too. Him wanting to kill his mom and shit. You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what I
but
mean?
but
That was a
he
quirk
had,
of the show for a minute.
But he had no other personality. Kenny has other like personality traits. Like, his whole like in the very first couple of seasons, Stewie only existed to kill Lois. Like, there was no like him and Brian were best buds. Like, he hated Brian too. You know, like, it was like he just was his own thing, and then there was the family around him. Then now, like, him and Brian are like best buds. Like, you know, there was like that sweet spot where they were just like going on adventures together, and like every now and then there'd be like a special where it's just Stewie and Brian. Like, I loved all that shit. I
That's
don't know.
great. I mean, they did have to spruce up Stewie's personality a little bit, and it's not like they don't reference him being kind of fucking a maniac every now and then.
Every now and then, but it's like a funny throwback.
He busts open a room full of weapons or something.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and, I don't know.
How did we get onto this
He
discussion?
builds time machines and shit. I mean, he's still kind of a diabolical genius.
He's a genius. He just doesn't care about killing Lois anymore. Remember, because he did kill Lois
They had a
eventually.
whole episode about it. Yeah,
and he
he
realized,
finally did,
and like it turned out to be the simulation, like at the end.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
And
two-part.
then there was even an episode where he saved her too.
Yeah,
Dun dun dun.
dude, that's growth. That's growth.
That's great. I can't believe we talked this
That's
much.
character development. Okay, no, but I'm just kidding.
So what have you guys been doing this week?
Watching family. No, just kidding. Anyways,
I mean, not a whole lot, honestly. I just been working a bunch, so when I get home, I'm pretty fucking lazy. Been watching a lot of anime.
No, yeah, same here, minus the anime. Just the being lazy part.
Dude,
after
I don't
work.
even have energy to like play video games a lot of times when I come home. I just want to like sit in my recliner and just not do shit. Because I'll be in the heat for like 12 hours and just be completely drenched in sweat. And I get home and I'm like, do I want to do mental effort to play video games? And my mind's just like, no, we don't.
dude.
I don't want to go to sleep, but I don't want to.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I stand next to this fucking hot grill all day in this like room that's just no insulation. Just fucking. It would be like 80 degrees if I wasn't standing next to this fucking grill, and then like the grill itself is just ridiculous, bro. Like
sweating on people's burger patties.
It's stupid. Yeah, probably. Fucking.
Hey,
extra season.
That's character.
It's some nice seasoning.
Some nice season.
Yeah, y'all are nuts. Like I don't know how y'all can survive, especially Devin, like out in
I
the
just
heat
go
all
in the
day.
freezer every now and then. See, that's the secret to my.
If
place,
I get like if my jobs are spaced apart enough, I get like just cooled off enough to have to sweat all over again, and it kind of sucks more than just
like,
staying disgusting.
Become a crystalist, like
Dude,
thing when you come home.
My fucking seatbelts. You know how like hats will get like the you can see like the salt around it if you sweat in a hat a bunch. Yeah. My seatbelt is completely covered in that right now.
Oh man, make sure you're drinking water, bro.
Dude, I have to literally just chug water all day to keep me hydrated enough, and it's still not enough.
Also, you probably should take like some kind of like, since you're sweating so much, like some kind of salt or like, some sodium base.
No, yeah, I do.
Not just water.
Yeah, no, I do. I have to do like
Gatorade
electrolytes
stuff,
and Pedialytes, or like the Gatorade formula, like Pedialyte. I have to drink one of those every now and then. Like
pickle juice.
Because like I literally can't keep my fucking. I sweat so profusely every freaking job. So whenever I install these like HVAC systems, these furnaces, I'm sitting in front of a little closet, and I'll literally like look down, and there'll just be a puddle of me on the floor. Like literally, it's disgusting. I leave disgusting sweat puddles in people's brand new houses. They get cleaned, but like fuck. It's rough. It's these houses because it's new houses that are sitting out in sometimes pastures with no shade or nothing, and so it's just as hot as an attic.
I feel for you. For you.
But, it's decent money, so I'm not complaining too much.
Yeah, it's just the heat, dude.
It's fucking rough, man.
That'd be a way better job to do if you lived in a state like California where it just like, because the whole time I was there it was like 75 degrees. So if you were one of those guys out there, I talked to somebody and they said the hottest it gets out there is like 80 something. I'm like,
it's crazy. And they've always got something to complain about too, No, just kidding.
It's like they literally don't even have air conditioners in their house out there. I guess you wouldn't need.
Yeah, I mean, if it's, especially in the drier climates too, like people don't need central air as bad.
Yeah.
Here, like the humidity is the number one culprit of our disgusting weather.
It's horrible.
Cold or hot.
Yeah.
Like, because when it's super, super humid and it's hot, your sweat doesn't do what your sweat is supposed to do. Your sweat, it's like there, and then it just has nowhere to run. Fucking like, and that's why it's so bad.
Good point about the cold too. I've had like, we had some Japanese foreign exchange students come down one time, and they were talking about how cold it seemed to them, even though it wasn't that cold. And like in Japan, it snows all the time and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, in Ohio, I lived in a pretty dry climate up in Ohio, and it'd be like fucking 10 degrees, and you walk out in shorts and be fine for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously, you're gonna get cold, but yeah, no, it's the humidity that makes the cold seep in down to the bone, and then the heat you can't cool yourself off. It's fucking Houston is the
sucks.
armpit of
And
the US.
Florida. Florida's
Yeah,
the
Florida.
same.
Yep.
I will say though, I feel like Texas has enough good things about it to counterbalance the shitty weather.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Fucking
Like,
love Texas.
The cost of
Yeah.
living is great out here, and Houston's a really cool city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. We take
Hey,
it for
dude,
granted. 'Cause it's like right next to
weather-wise,
us,
it's
you
the
know?
armpit.
Imagine if Houston, imagine if you could walk around Houston with dry heat. Like, oh my gosh, life
It'd be
would
amazing.
be amazing.
It would be
like, I would
amazing.
love Houston. I don't give a fuck about Houston because of how humid it is outside. I'm not walking anywhere.
I'm not walking in Houston.
No.
I'm catching fucking taxis or riding my car. You know. I'm
Even
definitely-
then, it's like you get in the car and it's so hot that it takes forever for the AC to kick in. I don't know. I just hate it.
I
hate
am
it.
so worried about how August is going to be after the June that we just had.
Oh, it's literally gonna be a hellscape outside.
We had 2 weeks of 100-degree weather in June.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I only go outside to walk my dog, or like if I need to go to the store or something. And like when I go outside, I'm just like, dude, I can't do this. Like my dog can't. Like I walk my dog around like the apartment building one time, and he's like, I'm fucking dead. Like he'll come inside and just plop out for like
he looks up like,
hours.
Dad, can we go inside?
Yeah, he was done by the time we make it back around. And like you can't take a shower like before you do something because it's like you're gonna immediately start sweating again. It's like,
And make sure with his little paws on the concrete too. Like the
Oh, yeah.
concrete is blistering hot right now.
Yeah.
I always feel it. Like I always feel the ground like and see if it burns my hand, and like if it doesn't feel like too hot, then and I try to keep him in the grass most of
Yeah.
the way. So, but
Oh yeah, anime. Started watching Black Clover.
nice.
Is that good?
Yeah, you got to get used to the yelling. I don't know why, but in the beginning they yell a lot, and the sub is way worse than the dub. I'm watching the English dub of it because I'm watching the English dub of it because like in the sub, the Japanese sub, like it was just they're screaming the whole time.
What is this show about again?
It's about like this whole world. Everybody has magic, and magic is just a normal thing. And of course, the main character
Has
doesn't-
special magic?
no doesn't
okay.
have magic. Doesn't have
Oh,
magic.
okay.
But then kind of gets like special magic.
So it's
sort of
My Hero, but with magic instead of superpowers.
basic. That's yeah. That's a pretty good. And what's even funnier is if you watched the dub of My Hero, you will absolutely recognize one of the voice actors.
Nice.
And he's kind of like a mentor to the main character too, which is even funnier. It's All Might's English voice actor is basically the mentor of the main character in Black Clover as well.
That's awesome.
And I heard it not like once my brother Tate put me onto it, and once I heard it, I was like, wait a minute. And he's like, yep. I was like, I know that voice. It's
I'm gonna have to check that out.
it's so unmistakable. Like,
So basically, between the two, it's really depending on whether you like fantasy or if you want superheroes. Like you're just like, you just choose one or the
yeah,
other.
but I mean, like in Black Clover, the fights are pretty good. Like the fights and the different types of magic are pretty cool. You don't have heroes that are spray bottles. Fucking just dumb shit. My hero got kind of. I'm trying to keep up with My Hero. It's getting a little better, but it's also still just kind of ridiculous. But no, it's a good watch. There's a lot to watch.
Is there a lot of like good storytelling, or is it just like? Would you give it like a?
There's a cohesive-
It's a Nicolas Cage movie, or would you say it's like
No, it's not
closer
like
to like I don't know, something more serious, like a little bit more serious?
no. It's definitely just like
a lot of Nicolas Cage movies.
Yeah,
man.
well,
Some of them
yeah,
are pretty
yeah.
serious. you know?
That's true, but even then, it's a Nicolas Cage movie. Like even serious Nicolas Cage movies feel like Nicolas Cage movie. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like it almost doesn't feel. Like it almost feels like it's making fun of itself, like where there's like
Damn.
a humor, like a fourth wall being broken.
Sir, National Treasure is a very serious movie that you will not besmirch in front of me. No.
Look, there's some hilarity in that movie, and I love that movie. But you get what I'm saying? It's more like a campy feel to it, where it's like it tries to make fun of itself, or it's more meta about it. Like
So yeah, this anime definitely does that. It'll call out some like fucking like things that are just like, oh come on, and it's like, oh fucking we did this, and they'll like make note of it kind of deal. But it's a cohesive story so far. Like they're following a pretty good arc throughout. So it's good. It's not like crazy. It's not like a stand apart like fucking Full Metal Brotherhood or anything like that, but it's a good watch.
I'll have to check it out. Is it on Netflix or something?
That's I'm watching it on Crunchy. I don't know what it's on. Other stuff too, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know what.
Did you ever watch Full Metal Alchemist, Brent?
No, that was my next thing I was gonna watch.
Yeah, I was about to say, wait.
God.
Yeah, no, I have plans to for
that
sure.
That is like as far as like Brotherhood. Watch Brotherhood.
Yeah, I need to watch that and Yellow Jackets. I've got a whole list of shows that I'm supposed to watch. But
that's not an anime.
No, it's a whole different. It's not an anime. But it's supposed to be dope. I haven't watched it.
Dude, in my opinion, like Full Metal Brotherhood is one of the best like front to back anime stories I've ever watched in my entire life.
That's what everybody says. Yeah.
And the animation is top notch. Really, really good animation.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. Like it's gonna happen. You know,
dude. Oh God, it's so good.
Man,
the fucking recent season of Demon Slayer was garbage.
Really?
Dude,
it was so underwhelming. Like they had some cool little fight scenes here and there, but as far as like the story, it was bad.
I think Demon Slayer is one of those like popcorn things for me. Like I'll watch it. Like I'm not super heavily invested because I know they're gonna live all the time. Like I feel like it's too happy there, but for something as dark as it is, you know what I'm saying? It's like everything positive happens, even though they're in like this dark, like demon infested world.
Yeah, and they're just supposedly normal humans going against super powerful demons.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
it's
like,
just like,
all right,
we're gonna have another awakening, like new powers. And
yeah, it's fun. The first season was a lot cooler to me than the second season and the third season. Like I don't know why. Like I just like the character building.
That's how I feel about Attack on Titan. I think I like the first 2 seasons, and then it just got kind of convoluted and like it didn't go the direction that I wanted it to. You know what I mean? Like I don't hate the show.
It's gonna switch that again.
You know what I mean? It just like.
It's like no matter how you watch that show, it'll never go the way you want it to. But like the way that it goes after the third season is a lot more interesting than what you think it's gonna be. Like the third season's so fucking boring.
Worst, bro.
Like you could literally skip it. Just go to watch a recap. Watch a YouTube like 5-minute recap of the whole third season, and then just go straight into the fourth season. It's the fourth season's
the
that
third
worth
season
it.
is just blah blah blah. Hang out in the woods. Historia. Hang out in the woods. Fucking like it's just I don't know, man.
But no, the season after that, shit fucking ramps up tenfold.
Yeah, and in a
I'm gonna have to
very
good.
no spoilers, but it'll fuck you up, or at least like mentally, you'll be like, "What? Like how? Now, how did it get to this?" But
we'll have to see.
It'll be worth it.
We'll have to see. I lost a lot of faith.
Oh yeah, did y'all do anything interesting other than just chilling?
I've just been like experimenting with the new internet that I've got at my house, like. Fucking, I did the Oculus thing.
Torrenting
work,
lots
you know
and
what
lots
I mean? Right. No, but
the dark web.
I basically like have super fast internet now, so
yeah, you were telling us it was a gig, right?
Yeah, well, something like that. I don't know. It's hella fast. I haven't really like tested it exactly, but everything I've tried to do has worked really well. I even did the PlayStation like cloud streaming. And that shit is working excellently. Like zero, like almost no latency. Like it's really weird. Like it's just like, you're just playing the game perfectly. It's like really, really strange. Like I haven't had any problems with it at all since we upgraded our internet.
What's your internet now?
I don't know. I think it's the same internet we had. We just didn't have like the fiber optic cables in our house or something, so we couldn't like get the maximum. Like we were bottlenecked by like old cables. Yeah.
Did they come run like a box to the outside of your house?
I wasn't there. I went to work and I came back and our internet was just amazing. Like I don't know what they did, but like it is fucking crazy now.
Because you can get decent speeds through coax, but not.
That's
nothing
what I'm wondering if
fiber.
it's fiber or coax.
Yeah.
It's definitely fiber. They said they were gonna install fiber optics.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, that's
like,
what I was trying to find
basically, like I'm playing fucking cloud streaming shit like seamlessly now, and also. What's really cool is like I've been remote playing stuff from my Steam Deck. So like I'll play. I have it to where I can play my PS5 or my PC from the Steam Deck. So like I can sit like downstairs if I wanted to, and like seamlessly play stuff on my PS5 and then switch over to my PC and play shit from that. So like I could be playing Final Fantasy 16 and then like switch over to my PC and play fucking Cyberpunk or something, and then switch back. You know what I mean? It's really fucking cool, dude, and it works really well. It gives me a lot of faith in that like PlayStation handheld thing that's going to come out. I mean, not that it's going to be good or worth the money, but like that it's going to be good. Not that it's going to be worth the money. It's probably going to function well. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you might as well just get a Steam Deck if it's even close to, if it's anything over $150. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or just get the little PlayStation like add-on controller to your phone.
Right?
You
Yeah.
can literally do the same thing there. But
well, you wouldn't have the haptics and stuff. But
Jim been playing some AirPlay or AirLink. Been doing some AirLink with the Oculus.
Not really, not as much, because like I don't have a good game to play, and I'm broke right now. I do have some VR games that I've been wanting to play, and some of them are on PSVR 2. There's a game that just came out called Synapse that I want to play. It's like a roguelite in VR, and you like fucking shooting your way through this fucking dude's mind and shit, like Inception, and like you have like telepathy powers and stuff. It looks really cool.
That's dope.
And then there was this other game, what's it called? Hubris, that everybody's talking about. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't heard nothing about
it. It's like all the rage right now. Apparently the graphics are like stupid good and shit. So yeah, I've been thinking
there's
about
a big summer sale going on right now, so maybe it's on sale right
That's what I was thinking.
Steam has been having some real... Speaking of, anybody listening, Steam is having their summer sale right now,
Basically,
and there's so much shit on. Yeah, dude. I was looking through it, and I got tired looking through it. I was like, there's so much shit.
My problem is, like, I basically have everything. Like,
yeah,
I
everything
hate,
that I want.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to, you know... Like,
there's a lot of shit.
I have like every game I fucking could possibly want. I really do.
And there's so much shit I haven't played that I bought on Steam, and then I'm like, I'm gonna come back to this, and I haven't. So
yeah,
I need to
have a huge backlog for sure.
Oh, but I was gonna say, dude, you're gonna be really impressed with AirLink. Make sure you turn the settings up.
Oh no, I've been doing AirLink. It's sick. Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, I haven't been playing it this week much, but like that's what started the whole thing. Is like I tested it and it worked well. And
dude, you can get better. You can pump better graphics through and frames and shit through AirLink than you can the fucking regular like link cable.
It looks definitely about as good or better, and I have the bitrate turned all the way up and stuff. You know what I mean? It's really impressive. Just not having the wire is really nice. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's still... I haven't had... I can't fucking tether my PC to the actual fucking Ethernet cable, so, like, it's not 100% perfect, you know
see,
what I mean?
if you did that, then it'd be...
But it still works really well for what it is, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it could be better, though.
Dude,
you know
my issue, my poor little Quest battery is, like... on its last leg, man.
Oh no!
I get like a fucking hour of wireless play out of it now.
They have things on Amazon you can buy that are like battery packs, like you know.
I just don't want to. I'm not gonna buy anything for it though, because I'm
Quest 3.
Yeah, I'm absolutely getting the Quest 3.
Well, most of those battery packs will probably still function for your Quest 3 if you wanted to like just transfer it over at like to your next device or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the Quest 3 will never run out of battery, dude.
It runs off.
It actually probably will have a way better battery.
Charges off of your soul.
It does.
Bro, I'm excited about the you know, the one thing about the Quest 3 that actually I'm more psyched about than anything is fucking the pancake lenses. Oh, and you know what's cool? I went on the PSVR 2 store the other day, and this wasn't like publicized or anything by PlayStation or by Oculus, but like 60% of the shit they showed off at the Oculus showcase the other day is like shown in the coming soon area of the PlayStation VR 2 thing.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah,
I mean, developers would be stupid to not
really
hit every market.
For them to not do that, but like it's just, you know, for those PSVR 2 players out there or potential PSVR 2 buyers out there, you know, good news.
It's getting content.
Yeah, it's getting content thanks to, in large part, to Oculus. You know what I mean? So
nice.
That's cool.
So, currently playing. Who wants to go? Who wants to give it a run?
I hadn't really been playing shit.
Well, Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I'll just let me get my
go for it.
Me and Jamel just get our stuff because you always have so much. We need to pick up the slack, Jamel. We're gonna play some.
No, I played some things. Okay.
Okay. Well, I was basic as fuck this week. I only played Warzone. Come to think of it, and just like 2 times this week. I've just been busy.
All right, Jamel. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Pulled a Jamel over here.
What a fucking loser.
Hat starts to turn backwards.
Oh shit. Anyways,
no. So I played Final Fantasy 16. I'm still playing Final Fantasy 16.
How you feeling on it right now?
So it's okay. It's interesting because like the game itself, I have very mixed feelings about Final Fantasy 16. Like I'm enjoying it enough to where I'm going to finish the game. You know what I mean? But it's like it's Final Fantasy. So it's a lot of like convoluted bullshit, you know, just nonsensical fucking fantasy shit, you know what I mean? Which is great, you know, they explain it and all, but it's just like, ugh.
But it's the final one, dude.
But like, okay, there's also something about like, this is gonna sound really stupid, but like the game almost feels too like clean, you know? Like the menus feel too like crispy and like everything feels too like
it's sanitized.
Put in the right place. Sanitized. Yeah, it feels sterile. The whole thing feels like it's been like fucking squeakied off with a fucking rag and then like don't touch it, you know? Like
what would you rather as an alternative?
I don't know.
Like it looks like no, you know how like whenever
it's
you
hard
see
to
something
explain what I'm trying to say, you know,
where they're like, "Oh, look, this game in Unreal Engine 5 or whatever," and it just looks like it looks beautiful, but it looks like there's no heart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think is that there's like a lack of heart in the core of the game. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying it's a bad game. The story is actually like a highlight of the game. Like it's interesting. You know, the setting is really cool. The characters are great, but like there's just something at the heart of the game that's like kind of missing soul wise, you know what I mean? Like it's really weird, and I felt the same thing with 15, you know what I mean? Final Fantasy 15, like it had that same vibe, and 15 had a more open world. This is like way more linear, but there's like 4 main areas you can go to that have like a it's not an open world, it's like paths.
Open areas.
Yeah, there's like open areas, you know what I mean? And, like, there are things you can do, like hunt monsters in those areas and stuff that are, like, there's a bounty board and you can hunt down the monsters. And then there's, like, every time you finish a quest, there's, like, 1 or 2 side quests you can do. Very limited side quests, you know what I mean? It's all just very, like...
Here's what you do and do it. Like,
here's what you can do and you can go do it.
Not a lot of freedom with it.
It's very, very, like, you know... The only thing you have to even work to find is the monsters on the bounty board, and they'll give you, like, a description of it, and, like, you have to go hunt it down and find it. But the actual story of the game is really good, and, like, the combat is really fun. You know, okay, a good example of this, did you play Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah.
Okay, you know that, like, that feeling where you're like, okay, this is a great game. Like, but I can't explain what it is, but there's something about this game that's, like,
missing.
Empty. You know what I mean?
In Hogwarts... fucking example, it was enemies. Lack of just different types of enemies. You're fighting the same shit over and over.
Like, I guess there's a little bit of that in fucking Final Fantasy, but Final Fantasy is like, there's only a few mini enemies. Like, it's almost a boss rush linked together by like fucking 4-hour long cutscenes. Like, it's weird.
Goodness,
it's really
like a movie where you only tag in to fight the bosses.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, okay, so... The boss fights are some of the craziest, most insane things I've ever played in a video game. Like, they are nuts. Like, large-scale battles between, like, Godzilla-sized monsters, like, fucking just destroying the environment. It's so fucking cool. But it's like, you can tell that that's where all of their energy went into the game. Because, like, the whole rest of the game is, like, really, like, long emotional cutscenes or, like, fucking just basic, like, fetch quests. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's really... I have really mixed feelings about it right now.
I feel that way with a lot of Final Fantasy. Like, I think it doesn't translate well. Or at least to me. Like, I feel like I get where you're coming from. Because it's like they tell these giant bombastic stories. But it's like almost in a way that's foreign. Like, at least to me. Like, it doesn't feel like...
It feels like an anime, but like live action, you know. And another thing that bothers me about Final Fantasy 16 specifically... is that, like, there's a good, like, 30% of the dialogue that's just not voice acted. Like, and for a game that's so massive and so well put together, it's like, why didn't you just have somebody read the fucking text there? Like, you only have, like so many, like, there's, like, 4 fucking side quests in the game. Not really. There's probably way more than that, obviously. But, like, there's not very many side quests. And it's like half of the side quests, like you get dialogue from the characters, and they're like, it'll be like, "Hello, my name is," and then they'll like the actual voice will stop, and then there'll be like a paragraph of like text you have to read. It's like you couldn't have just paid the guy to read that fucking like
we
rest
hit
of
the
that
budget
line.
limit. We gotta stop right there.
We want you to say 3 words, and then that's it.
It's like this game must have cost fucking a fortune. Like, you know, just the graphics and fucking shit alone. It's like y'all couldn't have just like had the voice actor stay like a couple extra hours and fucking do those lines. Like, really? Like,
that's another weird thing to me is like I'm like, okay, I love the concept of JRPGs. Like every now and then I like a good JRPG, but like I feel like there's no real freedom in a JRPG. Like all of it comes down to the battle mechanics. Every game is about like how cool the battle mechanics can be, rather than like actually playing a role, or like you don't get to create your own role. They just throw you into a role of some character, and then you're just thrown along with the story. Like side quests aren't
that's
even a
why
real
I'm
thing.
more of a Western RPG fan.
Same.
You know what I mean? But I'm having a lot of fun. Another thing is like it's hard to like, a lot of this is kind of like glaring me in the face after playing Tears of the Kingdom, you know, which is one of the most open, free, liberating experiences you'll ever have holding a fucking video game controller. You know what I mean? And it's like, then you're condensed to this like really tight, it's almost the exact opposite of Tears of the Kingdom. Like Tears of the Kingdom is like not shitty graphics, but by today's standards, like old school-ish looking graphics. Almost. With fucking 30 FPS and fucking like, you know, just insane gameplay that's like just so fucking free and do whatever you want. Like they don't even give you a fucking like
direction.
They're just like, kill Ganon, figure it out, you know. And they literally just throw you off a fucking cliff, and they're just like, go, you know. Fucking
somehow still tell a story.
Yeah.
Well, that's the biggest like gripe about Final Fantasy 16 is that it's like not an RPG whatsoever. Like, I mean, God of War is more of an RPG than
God of War is like an RPG. Like, there's
big comparison that's being made.
We absolutely can't just fucking dog God of War here. That is a great
modern
RPG.
Just saying,
because a lot of people look at God of War as like an action like an
action.
ARPG.
God of War 2018 and the most recent God of War are like straight up fucking like. Yeah, they're action RPGs for sure. But they are RPGs. Like they have leveling mechanics and fucking, you know, like free areas. They're right. God of War is definitely more of a fucking.
Yeah, I don't think it's a slight against God of War.
You have more freedom in God of War than you do in Final Fantasy for sure. But like, I don't know. That's not necessarily saying anything bad about either game. Like, God of War is a fucking amazing, expansive, huge fucking game. Like, you know what I mean?
It just depends on what you want. Like, do you want do you want Final Fantasy 6 or 9 turned into a modern day game? That it's like, do you want like that old school Final Fantasy feel?
That's basically what it is, you know. It's very it feels a lot like 7, but nobody complained about 7. You know what I mean?
Like, you could make the game in 2D and it would literally be the same game, but just like it would look less cool.
It's honestly like a lot of the plot points are very similar to 7, like, you know, like except we're set in like ye old medieval times, you know, and we can fucking turn into goddamn titans for some reason. The plot is
Do they
really
call them titans? I thought they're called summons.
They're called icons. Fucking.
Oh, I guess they changed that shit. Like, but yeah, like some of the icons are from the older games too. But like,
really,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The thing about it, like I said, I love a good Final Fantasy game, but you got to be in the mood for it. Like, you got to know what you're getting into. It's like, do you want an open world RPG or do you want a Final Fantasy game? Because you're getting Final Fantasy when you play Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's definitely not an open world RPG for sure. It's very
it's classic.
It's very, here's what you do, go do it, you know.
I think it would be really cool if they literally just put out a full 2D version of it just to show that it's like, this is
totally
Final Fantasy.
could. It would be dope. The only problem is that the combat system, you'd have to like there is no turn-based combat in this. It's just straight up fucking like
hack and slash.
Yeah, hack and slash. But it's actually a lot like the Hogwarts Legacy combat, but like a little more refined. You know what I mean? Like, it's got the same hold the trigger, do the special super spell or whatever. But there's like, I don't know.
That's what I hated about 15. I was like, this doesn't. I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm just holding buttons and like it's like
16's combat is very satisfying. You definitely feel like you're doing stuff. It's
That's how I feel about turn-based.
You have to
though.
dodge attacks and
I
stuff.
love turn-based.
Nah, it's like what you just said is exactly how I feel about turn-based. Is like I'm not doing this. I'm just selecting a move.
But you're planning.
Yeah, there's strategy to it.
There's planning whenever
if
you're
you get a good
hopping
turn-based
around and
game,
fighting and
like
stuff.
it depends.
Like Pokemon. It's like you're not actually doing anything, but it's like your strategies are played out in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean that's Pokemon's
like
fun
chess.
because I'm the Pokemon trainer and I'm telling my little Pokemons what to
Yeah.
do.
But I don't even mean from a story perspective. I mean like in Final Fantasy, I guess it was 15, the one that I played, where you're just swinging your shit like it's like none of this matters. Like you're just going up and just swinging it, and it's not like a game like Demon Souls where whenever you hit them a specific thing happens. It's like they're just giant like jugs of life.
Yeah, just
points
knocking off health.
See, in 16, it's like you literally have to like time your attacks because like if you hit them at the exact same time as they're hitting you, you can parry them and like
nice.
you can do dodges and like I don't want to like spoil too much of the story, but you like throughout the game you acquire like elemental powers and like you can interchange, like you can have 3 different elemental powers activated at once, right?
Yeah.
So you push left trigger to switch between your active elemental powers. So like say you have like lightning and wind and fire on, you can like push left trigger and you'll switch to fire, and then when you're in your fire mode you shoot fireballs out of your hand, and like you have like special fire attacks you can access by holding right trigger and pushing like different buttons, and then like each thing has its own like elemental attacks and like B move and a whole thing surrounding it. So like there's a lot of strategy that goes into like what first of all, what am I going to equip, and then what am I going to upgrade, and then what am I going to use in the fight, and how am I going to use it interchangeably with my like limit break and stuff. Like there's a whole like strategy that goes into like fighting in this game that's totally different than most Final Fantasy games, or really most combat in most games anyways. It's like it's got a very unique fighting system, and I kind of dig it. I think that's probably the best thing about the game, honestly. And then you have these big fucking like kaiju fights that happen randomly through the game where you would just be like a fucking Godzilla fighting a giant Titan thing. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, it's really like beautiful too. Like the graphics are really good, and it's got moments that are just like spectacularly good looking. You know what I mean? The particle effects I think are the highlight of the whole game, which is weird to say, but like they're like fucking shiny, shimmery things all over the fucking game, and like little pieces of them just floating off into the air, like beautifully.
That's kind of how the 7 remake was, like where I saw
very shiny.
Yeah, it's just shiny and beautiful. It came out around the same time that the Resident Evil remakes came out, so we were just getting beautiful Japanese games all the time.
7 remake is beautiful. The PC version, if you fucking crank it up, it's glorious looking.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I bet. Yeah. What else did you play? Or was that?
That's it. That's all I've been playing, really. I've been doing a lot of like testing stuff on my Steam Deck. I've found that if I like remote play games through the Steam Deck, like I can, like Cyberpunk. You know how we were playing it with the path tracing?
Yeah.
In 4K, it would get in like the 40s and it would be kind of janky. If you just play it on the Steam Deck in 720p, the path tracing is like fucking a locked 60, and it's just beautiful, dude. It's the most glorious thing ever. That's probably how I'm gonna play the fucking Phantom Liberty DLC when it comes out. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
But yeah,
that DLC is.
I think it's like $30.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna add a lot to the game. Hopefully,
I hope.
Well, like, okay, so The Witcher had 2 big DLCs that came out, and both of them were like an entire game in and of themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I really think that this will probably be something like that. You know what I mean?
And it's got Idris Elba.
Yeah. Gotta love Idris Elba.
That's all that matters.
I do like him.
Wonder if he can fuck him.
He's got
Cyberpunk.
I'm sure you could. I'm sure.
And if you can't, you can count on the modders.
Yeah, they'll find a way. I did play Warzone some more. Back up to gold finally after getting fucking dropped off. Like when the new season starts, they drop you 3 levels in rank.
Damn.
So I'm trying to get back up there. We're trying to get out of gold. We're trying to see how far we can go. And Byram's actually gold 3 right now. He's almost out of gold. Yeah.
Dude, I'm grinding the UFC game, and I don't know what the fuck they did, but like I'm usually like around a rank 10, like, and usually like when then the season starts and they drop you back to 0, and then it's like I can usually work my way back up to rank 10 really easily, but like I don't know what the fuck happened, but now it's like I'm sitting at like rank 5 or 6, and like everybody's just a fucking hard ass right now in that game. Like I don't know if
It's been a while since you played. Maybe you're just out of practice.
No, dude, I play. It's definitely not been a while. I play almost every night. Like
still?
Oh yeah, I've got like probably like 400 hours on that game,
Jesus
dude. Like
maybe they nerfed chokes, dude.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know what they did. It's weird.
Is it just me, or is 3 better than 4?
Oh man, it's subjective because like I really like 3, and when they put out 4, I jumped on 4 because I was like super excited.
Yeah, it's like, oh, new one,
And
like,
for the first like couple of months of playing 4, I was like, okay, 4 is like faster feeling than 3.
Really?
Like 3 is like slower, but like when you're used to 3, like the slow movements are like fucking.
be more methodical with
You
it.
can be more methodical with it, but it's also like, and 3 had like a control system that I was like really used to.
Yeah.
But again, once you get used to 4's controls, which are very confusing when you're used to 3's, because they're like very similar to 3's, but they're like
slightly different,
yeah. But in very important ways. So like once you get used to 4's controls, you actually have a lot more like control over what your character can do. Like you can do almost anything you can do in real life. Like, you know what I mean? Like they've really put a lot of thought into it, depending on if your character in the game has that ability to do that.
Yeah.
You know, like if but like I don't know, man. 3 definitely had some good things about it. 3 had a way better career mode, in my opinion. Like,
I think 3 even like graphically looked slightly better.
3
They did
looked
some
really
weird.
good.
They did some weird thing with 4 that it like looked different too.
I don't know. I like the way 4 looks, but like that's just because they have the frame rate unlocked on 4. So if you're playing it on like the modern consoles, it's like a locked 60, and it's just fucking glorious looking
I'm
compared
playing
to 3.
We had
You
an
know
old
what I mean?
Xbox One, and we were going through Game Pass, and we saw 3 on there. We downloaded, me and my brother, we downloaded 3 on this old Xbox that we had, and we played 3 for a while, and then we're like, oh, 4's on here. Fuck yeah. So we uninstalled 4, and this is after like a week or two of playing 3. We uninstalled 3, we downloaded 4, and we're like, this is different.
It's very different.
Yeah, we're like, I don't know. Like,
I think I like 4 better, but that's just because I've been playing it for so long. I think there's also a lot more characters on 4. Like,
well, we got some news about some UFC today.
I know, I've seen it.
Yeah,
we'll definitely talk about that for sure.
Oh, but on the rank, dude, as far as Warzone, I will say one thing that I've noticed, because I took a very long break from Call of Duty, like damn near a month. I didn't play it because it was just pissing me off. I couldn't get a steady game, and I would just get hardcore sweats or maybe hackers, because now we've been playing ranked, and you'll see on the feed of like what's happening, there's a shit ton of people getting kicked. And then the people that I'm going up against now in bronze and stuff are bronze leveled, or how they should be. Like, it's not these fucking laser beams everywhere. If I step out of cover for 2 seconds, I'm dead type shit. It's like actual people, and I can outplay them in bronze. Now, is that going to be the case in gold? Probably not. But like, I
don't know. I'm still doing all right, and like you're probably better than me.
Dude, I had a fucking well, I mean, not anymore. I've been playing fucking. But today I played a match in bronze, me and Anthony with a random, and I put up 100-point game in ranked.
Damn.
Like fucking.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 6 kills, and we got to like 7th, I think, and it was easy. These kids were potatoes.
Me and Byram got a dub on ranked gold the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, we were like,
how many points did you get for that?
It was like 130 or 40, somewhere around there. But
yeah, like before this though, before I noticed all these people getting kicked and shit, I was just getting stomped. I was having super laggy matches, which the laggy could have been I'm pretty sure it was on my end because I did a scan and repair, and now it's playing very smoothly. I'm getting solid frames even when I get into fights, because that wasn't the case when I get
I need to do that.
Dude, whenever I would get in fights, all my shit would just go to shit bad, and I couldn't do anything, and I'd be it was almost like a really bad ping/lag.
Yeah.
But scanned and repaired, and knock on wood, I've been having super solid matches, like putting up 100 points and shit.
Rank's the only way to play now, even if you don't care about rank, like just because they literally ban hackers.
They protect you in rank from hackers. Yeah.
So you get legit matches. Like anytime you try to go over to Resurgence, like the mini maps or whatever, you jump in and immediately everybody's just hacking. Like it's just like you can tell, like the people are just aim aimbotting,
That's
like
one good thing
wall
about
hacks.
Fortnite too. I've noticed that Fortnite has fixed any kind of like hacking problem they once had.
Because they got easy cheat, right?
I don't know what they've done, but it is like fucking hack proof now. Like I have fair matches almost every time I play.
Nice.
I never had any issue. Like when I was playing a couple matches a couple weeks ago, I never had any issues running into anything that was like, all right, like what the fuck? It was like, no, I'm just bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every time I die, I feel like, okay, that's fair.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And that's how with Warzone, that's how it's been like this past week playing, and it's been nice because like there's nothing that frustrates me more than when I come up on a team and I'm like, I know I can whip these kids' ass. But then they just beat me because I'm having this 1 second lock screen happen and shit in the middle of a fight. And it's just the most frustrating thing. That's why I took a break.
That's what I've been telling Breezy, because like he came and played for a little bit with me on there, and like he was just like, no, dude, I don't want to play ranked. You know, I'm not that good. I'm like, you don't understand. Like this game's not worth playing unless you're playing in ranked. Like everything's hackers. It's like terrible like servers for some reason on the small maps. Like I don't know what the fuck's going on with that game. If you do, like ranked is literally just the cleanest way to play it. Like.
Dude, I think the laggy internet that I had before made me way better at the UFC game because I used to like
fucking ping,
I used to be playing and it would be like, and I would like I would like I got good at it. Like I got to the point where I would know when it unpaused it would what he was gonna do and shit. So like I just got to where I could work through the lag. So now like I feel like it's fucking made me have this like super sense in the fucking game. I don't know. Like I feel like it made me way better. Like I don't know.
Oh, like made you better, not like a ping advantage though.
Just go like
a disadvantage for a long time.
Yeah, but now that you have solid connection, you're just like fucking like ultra
I took the
instinct.
training wheels off. Yeah.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I tried that Pikmin 4 demo. Dude, Pikmin's just not for me. I can't do it. Like I
don't like it, man. I don't get it.
I don't either.
Fucking want to get it.
I don't want it. And also,
I like the colors. That's about it.
That's it. I like it in Smash Bros. I like that he's
it's
in
cool
there.
level. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like that it came out on GameCube. Like. Yeah, GameCube, you know, but like I don't give a fuck about Pikmin. That game sucks.
I don't think I've ever played a Pikmin.
It's
I've seen it my whole life.
It's like Nintendo's version of an RTS. Like they were like, oh, this will be fun. Like
weird, bro.
It's
a weird, weird fucking game, dog.
So they have like a little demo you can play of it of the Pikmin 4. This is our last big game coming to Switch probably, except for Metroid. I feel like Metroid is going to come to Switch, but it's probably going to be that jump off. Like you'll get the lesser version on Switch and then like the better version on Switch 2 or whatever's coming out, like how they did with Breath of the Wild.
What do you think they're going to
Honestly, none of it matters. Tears of the Kingdom has come out. Y'all can just fucking
I want Metroid.
We can put the Switch away now.
That's true.
We've reached the fucking magnum opus. Like fucking,
oh yeah,
there is no peak higher.
What if Metroid is better? Like what if somehow
it's not physically possible for Metroid to be better, dude.
I said that about Breath of the Wild for Tears of the Kingdom. What if somehow they like took all this stuff from Breath of the Wild and I'm pretty sure.
How could you even possibly do that? First of all, if it's going to be Prime 4, like the next entry in the Prime series, you know what I mean? Like you can't have like a big open world. That'd be weird, you know what I mean?
They could technically. I mean, I don't know, dude. I wouldn't put it past Nintendo. They just know how to make shit work. Like I don't know how they do it, but they always fucking do it. When's the last time they put out a game less than a 10 or a 9? You know, like when it's a first party Nintendo game, you know?
I'm sure we could find a few examples.
I'm just
don't
saying,
look at me. I have
like off the top of your head, because like
off the top of my head, I can't think of one.
Yeah, it's like I mean, you got Mario,
even
Odyssey.
the Mario Rabbids games are really good, and I don't think those are first party.
Those are Ubisoft, yeah. But see, like Mario, you got the Mario Odyssey game, you got The Legend of Zelda, you got Fire Emblem. You got fucking Metroid, Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart.
I actually really need to play the new Fire Emblem game that just came out.
Yeah. It's like they don't know how to put out a bad game.
You're right.
Like honestly, I think if somebody put a gun to Shigeru Miyamoto's head and told him to like make a bad game, they'd have to shoot him because he wouldn't know how to do it.
Is Pikmin first party?
He would probably make a game that was so
it's
bad.
still got a 10 though.
Oh.
Like I'm pretty sure it's gonna get a 9 out of 10, like or a 9 or a 10. Like I guarantee. What are the old Pikmin
people who
reviews?
like Pikmin fucking love Pikmin. It's like
There's a cult
Splatoon.
following.
Like I fucking hate Splatoon, but people love Splatoon, dog. Like it's got a serious. It's got such a following that it's getting like rip-off games made of it all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, even Pikmin 3 was getting 9 out of 10s, 10 out of 10s.
Luigi's Mansion even gets fucking high marks. You know what I mean?
Luigi's Mansion was great.
It's a great game.
That's what I'm saying. They don't fuck up, bro. They don't.
really don't miss.
But
Even the Mario and Sonic go to the Olympics games are fucking good as fuck.
those are Sega made, and it's because Nintendo comes in and they're like,
Nintendo won't
look,
sign off on it
Yeah,
unless
unless
it's
it's
fucking
good.
dope. You know, it's just like the Ubisoft thing. You know what I mean?
It's like Nintendo walked in when Sega was making that game, and they're like, look, we know how y'all operate over there with your fucking hedgehog and shit. Like, we've seen Sonic 2006. Like, we've seen, look, just don't fuck this shit up or it's not coming out. You know, like, we're going to come back in and play this game, and it better be fucking up to Miyamoto's
Did
standards.
Detective Pikachu get higher than a 9?
Oh, yeah. Dude, are you talking about the original game?
Yeah, the original one.
Hold on. It's got to be. Hold on. Detective. Because that's why they made a movie, you know?
Yeah. I know
Detective
it had like a cult following, but like I didn't.
Pikachu. Was it DS or 3DS?
I think it was on the 3D.
It was
The
3DS.
game to
3DS
separate it
review.
from-
Here we go. Oh, 8 out of 10.
That's still pretty good
8.2.
for what it was. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
But also, it's not a first party. It's
Game Freak.
It's Game Freak, right?
Yeah, but Game Freak is practically a first-party studio.
They're
right?
not owned by Nintendo. No, they're their own studio.
Oh.
That's why they can make they made 2 games this year that came out on all platforms.
Wow.
It's just
okay.
Nintendo owns Pokemon basically, or doesn't own it, but kind of is just like, we're gonna have exclusive rights. They own a big percentage of Game Freak's Pokemon IP basically. It's like a weird thing with
Doesn't
them.
like Wizards of the Coast or somebody have like a big stake in Pokemon or like?
Oh, I would assume so. At least the trading card game. You
Yeah.
know? But like, anyway, yeah. The whole point is though, Nintendo could possibly beat themselves with like they could beat Tears of the Kingdom. They kind of have to. They have to
You ain't
because
beaten.
they made Tears of the Kingdom. What are they gonna do with the next Zelda? Like what could they possibly do?
Okay, maybe the next Zelda, but that's not going to come to this platform.
No.
You know what I mean? That has potential. That's the next game I think has potential to beat Tears of... But the problem
They're
is,
just gonna do a whole world.
with the next Zelda game, you have to keep that dope building mechanic. Like, and
Oh yeah,
all the cool
they have to
shit
build
you can do,
on the building
you
mechanic.
have to build on the building. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to top that, dude. I don't know
We're gonna
how
make-
you're going to top...
People are gonna make whole mobilized cities.
Dude, that would be so dope. Like if you could just like build towns and stuff, like people live in it. Like you put NPCs or like they gotta add like companions. They gotta like they're gonna
Honestly, the next game that's going to top Tears of the Kingdom is 10 years from now when they remaster Tears of the Kingdom and fucking like 8K with fucking ray
my gosh.
tracing and shit. Like,
with like just a real person playing Link. Anyways, so played Pikmin 4, boo. Then it was my birthday and my
happy
girlfriend.
late birthday,
Wait,
by
what?
the way.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm
Old as
old
fuck.
as
Oh.
fuck now.
You didn't,
31.
you didn't even tell us last episode.
Facebook
I
tells
forgot.
us.
Like,
No, I'm just kidding.
yeah,
Facebook didn't. I didn't even see the. Oh, I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah,
If
anymore.
it wasn't for Facebook, I wouldn't know nobody's
Yeah,
birthday.
dude.
Okay,
Let's be
I'll
real.
tell you that right now.
let's be real. Yeah, like I don't know anybody. I know.
Wait, did we go to the VR place for your birthday or for Jamel's?
That was
his
my
last year.
birthday.
Okay.
Like,
What did we
last
do
year.
for? Did we do
I
something
just
for
don't.
yours?
I don't do shit for my birthday. Like I don't hype my birthday up.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either if my girlfriend wasn't like fucking
Yeah.
like gun to the head, like let's do some shit for your birthday.
It's like
I don't hype mine up either, but it always falls on Renfest. So that's
There you go.
That's literally my
Don't
my
worry,
go-to.
It's a good excuse
yeah.
to go to Renfest.
It just get absolutely obliterated.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It's
my
the whole,
birthday.
The whole family. It's like fuck.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fun.
But so me and my girlfriend were
But
like,
happy birthday.
okay, well, thank you. Yeah, and
What are you like? 33 now?
31, a whole 31, 31 and done, as they say. No, I'm just kidding. I just died.
That's it. There's nothing.
That's what they say.
Yeah, at the end of the year, I'm out. No, but
just fades away.
but yeah, so Brittany watches a lot of TikTok, and she was like, "There's a TikTok going around saying that you can get that game. It Takes Two, the one game of the year,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Joseph Ferris game.
Great game.
It's a great co-op game, and she was like, "There's a thing on TikTok saying that at Target right now, it's only $8.66 new because
fucking
they
bet.
fucked up on like the price scheming and everything." And so we were like, let's go check it. We went to Target, and they had it for $8.66. It says marked down $31. Like, so we were like, oh shit. And so I like,
It's like some Steam level sales right there.
Oh, yeah.
For real. And you get a physical copy, which is also dope.
they actually had the FIFA game on Switch for $8-something, which is like $60
That's a great
game.
deal.
That you could, dude. I
could
should
flip that.
That's what I was about to do. I was like thinking about it, but I was like, I ain't got the money for
You
that.
can make
right
somebody's day too, like fucking buy it, sell it to them for $20. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you make a huge profit. They get a good deal. Everybody's happy. Everybody happy.
Except for Target, they're not very happy.
Who's playing FIFA on Switch though?
Somebody who
It's
wants
actually-
to get soccer on the go, bro.
Yeah, it's worth a lot just because people love FIFA. For
Oh yeah,
some
no,
reason.
no. Don't get me wrong. I know people love FIFA.
Imagine
but,
you're
yeah.
that guy who loves FIFA and you're just stuck in an airport all day. You know?
You can't FIFA.
This
Yeah,
is, these are
FIFA.
valid. These are
You know
valid
what I mean?
points. Yeah.
But yeah, so I got It Takes Two, and we were like,
Nice.
okay, we're gonna try and we'll play like an hour or two because it's like a 9-hour long game. I looked up how long to beat or whatever, and so it was fun. We beat the first boss, the vacuum cleaner guy. It was great. It's funny. It's like actually a good game so far.
Wholesome AF.
Yeah, wholesome, but also like adult. It's like it's not like super kid focused. It's meant to be played by adults, but
Yeah.
it has that like wholesome feel to it. But it feels like a Pixar movie almost when you're playing it. But
Yeah.
the only problem is I have the worst Joy-Con drift on my controller.
Oh, no.
So like the whole time I'm like trying to do all these like
Platform?
jumps and platforming
Yeah,
and stuff,
but-
and like my screen will just go like just start spinning. I'm like, oh my gosh! So I
You
have
want
to
to
get
borrow
a new Joy-Con.
some Joy-Cons, bro? I got
Dude,
some
yes.
extra ones.
Please, next time you come down, I'm gonna buy a new Joy-Con because we have a Pro controller thing that she's using because. I mean,
I also have an extra Pro controller you could just use if you want.
that might be the better option. Yeah, just like fuck the Joy-Cons in general.
Yeah.
I need to get a new Pro controller. But anyways, been playing that. It's awesome. If you want to play a good co-op game with like your significant other or like a friend or something, go to Target and grab this game for $8.66. And hopefully they haven't figured out that they fucked up yet.
Must
or
be
get
nice to
FIFA
have.
if you want
Or
to.
if you want to play some football. But yeah, so let's get into the news, though. Just so you guys know, we are using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the articles as our own. We're simply bringing them all to one place for your ears. All right, this week, I
For your
don't
ear holes.
yeah, I don't mean to hype it up. I don't mean to get too hype here, but there's not that much news. So it's not like the greatest news. What is it?
Oh, we got a happy birthday for you over there.
I'll appreciate it. Do you know who sent it?
Hang on, let me look.
Let's go back for it.
We're doing the most.
Stress Coffee. Oh, hey, what's up, Stress Coffee? It's believe that's Josh. Like I don't get me wrong. I forget the tags, but thank you, Josh, if that is you, and if not, thank you, Stress Coffee. Anyways, what you got, Devin? You were about to.
I was just pulling my news up. I didn't.
Oh, I thought you were going. Go ahead.
Do we? What's okay? The big news for this week. Fucking what?
The PS5. That
I
one?
don't have the PS5 one. Yeah, start off with the
Okay.
PS5 one.
What?
Yeah. The
Here,
PS5 Slim.
yeah,
rumors.
here, check it out.
Oh,
It's
so-
not.
okay.
It's not a rumors. So
Oh, it
not
got confirmed.
rumors?
It was rumors last week then.
Microsoft came out because I guess of the FTC thing, they basically were like, Microsoft believes Sony will release a PlayStation 5 Slim later this year, priced at $399.99.
Wow, not cool, Microsoft. Like,
According to court documents.
Well, no. Apparently, PlayStation unveiled a lot of their
Yeah.
cards whenever they were trying to take down Xbox from getting Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
Like, so much shit got revealed about all their numbers, future plans, a bunch of shit in all these court documents.
damn.
And
that
it's like,
sucks,
damn, PlayStation, like, you're really fucking it up. Like,
So the document was released as part of the Federal Trade Commission versus Microsoft trial to determine the fate of a proposed preliminary injunction against the $69 billion buyout of Activision Blizzard. In a paragraph on price, Microsoft attempts to convince Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley the Nintendo Switch should be considered in the same market as the Xbox Series consoles and
What?
the PlayStation
Why would it
5.
not be?
Because PlayStation is trying to say, no. It's the FTC and PlayStation are trying to say that it's not the same. Like they're like, oh, that's not, because Xbox was like, we're gonna make sure that every Call of Duty game and will come out to the Switch, and they're like, oh well, it's not part of the same group of consoles. They're basically saying it's a shitty console. Like, I'm like, what? It's the final sentence in this paragraph that's sure to ruffle Sony boss Jim Ryan's feathers, as it not only outs the long-rumored existence of a PS5 Slim, but its price, too. IGN has asked Sony for comment. It says, quote, PlayStation likewise sells a less expensive digital version for $399 and is expected to release a PlayStation 5 Slim later this year at the same reduced price point, reads the document. The bombshells continue with Microsoft saying further down, quote, Sony is also anticipated to release a handheld version of the PlayStation 5 later this year for under $300, which is the Project Q, a handheld system or a handheld game streaming device that wirelessly connects to the PS5. Sony has yet to announce a release date or price for that, but Microsoft said it's going to be under $300. The existence of a PS5 Slim wouldn't come, but basically that's what they're saying. Xbox is like, yo, it's going to happen.
We also have heard rumors of patents for removable hard drives. So they might sell like a $100 detachable hard drive to go with the Slim, so you can have the option of having a hard drive or not. You know what I mean?
Wasn't that already a normal part of the PS5?
No, the normal PS5, you can choose to have a hard drive or not when you first buy your PS5. There's like a $100 difference between the
digital version and the non.
Wait, disc drive or hard drive?
Disk drive. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
drive. My bad. They both have a hard drive. Yeah.
That would be
and easily
weird.
Swappable too with their specific NVMe technology, right?
Yeah, the hard drive is a bitch to fucking take to change.
Okay, that's why I was confused.
You don't have to change it. You can add another one and still keep your existing hard drive. I'm pretty sure, but like you have to like take the console apart to put the fucking
to swap them,
and you have to have a heat sink. You have to put a heat sink on your NVMe thing, and then you have to put it in the PS5. So
basically a PC.
Most people would probably be better off buying an NVMe that already has a heatsink attached. So if you're thinking about getting a PS5 hard drive, make sure you do your research.
If they, if for whatever reason they put out like this disk drive, I think it would be more so for the normal, like the ones that didn't come with the disk drive, like the normal PS5. Maybe it'll fit.
Well, it would be cool if it would be compatible with both, but at the same time, it would probably be like, made to fit on the Slim one. You know what I mean? Because the one that's already out is kind of curvy, and like the PS5 is just a weird shape in general. And they both are.
Dude, I don't know. Having a peripheral disk drive for a console is, to my opinion, is almost completely pointless. Like,
I think that's not saying that's the point, but like, I think
for the people who want to own their games,
most people aren't going to need the disc drive.
Yeah.
And I think the idea here is that like, if you're one of the few people in the world that does need the disc drive, they have that option for you. But like, they're just not even going to put it in the package anymore and save you your money. You know what I mean?
Well, because even if you do have the hard copy, you still have to download it to the console every everything now.
A lot of it's like collectors, and a lot of it is like, people in rural areas, you know what I mean? Like, some of these games you can still play, but you won't. It'll be like the day one patch, it won't even be a patch, it'll just be like the raw game with like all the bugs and shit. You know what I mean? But if you're out in the country or something and you want to play fucking Gran Turismo 7, you know what I mean? That might be your only option. You know what I mean?
No, because nowadays, even if you buy the game, if there's like an update, you still have to download.
Well, that's some games.
That's most games.
Not every game is like that. I've lived without internet before, and on almost every game that has that. On every game that has like requires an internet connection, there's a little thing on the back of the box that says requires internet connection. So like you can, kind of, if you have to deal with this, like you can work around it by just like a little bit of planning and foresight. You know what I mean? You can Google it or whatever. Like it's better than nothing. You know what I mean? In a lot of situations.
But also, I feel like if you are thinking, like if they actually put this out, like just a random attachment, like hard drive thing, and it's a first party Sony product. If you're a video game collector, you better buy one because they're not going to make many, I bet you. And then like
the disc drive or the
disc drive. Yeah. I feel like 30 years from now, people are like going to be, it's going to be so sought after just because they're not going to make a bunch of them.
Keep it in the box. Don't even take it out of the box.
Limited production.
Yep. Just hide that shit somewhere. That way you're, you got that.
Dude, I'm sorry, this is totally random. I don't even know what made me think of this. But the CPU I bought recently has a fucking like integrated GPU built into it, and like just for funsies, I ran a benchmark on it the other day, and it's actually pretty good for what it is. Like
what
fucking the 5000 series of AMD's Ryzen GPUs has a G series, and anything with a G on the end of it has an integrated GPU into it. It's an APU, I think is what they call it. But like basically it's like a fucking semi-powerful graphics card like built into the fucking CPU, and you can like play most modern games with it. And like my point is, you could build like a really compact PC build with it. Like you could build like a tiny little fucking computer,
just
like
not
this
even
big.
have a fucking
if you just
graphics
had like
card.
a really little motherboard, you know what I mean? Like you could, it would be great.
Oh, nice.
I don't know why I thought of that, but it'd be really.
Hey, we're talking parts here.
Oh yeah.
Devon.
So, Cat Bailey over at IGN, still thinking about buying an Xbox Game Pass subscription?
Hell no. No, I'm just kidding.
Good.
I mean,
This is your friendly reminder to get it done soon, as the service will soon be getting its first price increase since its original launch 6 years ago.
oh shit.
Starting tomorrow, so it seems like this is everywhere.
Yeah, it is everywhere.
So starting tomorrow,
Oh,
Xbox
okay.
Game Pass will be rising to $10.99 monthly, a $1 increase from its previous rate of $9.99. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which brings it with it a host of unique features, will cost $16,
Oh,
a
okay.
$2 increase.
Yeah, I was about to
and
say, I
then-
thought it was 14.
Yeah, and then PC Game Pass will remain at $9.99.
Hey.
So the price.
What's up, PC Game Pass?
Let's go.
Let's
So,
go.
but that comes with Ultimate though, so it's like $14.99, right? Ultimate comes with PC.
$14, yeah.
Ultimate has everything.
Yeah.
And Xbox Live Gold.
Yes.
It includes.
Yeah.
It's the Ultimate.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
basically, for me, it's gonna go up $2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And
Still
worth it.
not bad.
I have Ultimate just because, even though I don't use an Xbox at all anymore, only sometimes. So when I do
Yeah.
use it, it's convenient, I guess.
Oh, another cool thing you get with Ultimate is the cloud streaming thing, which if it
True.
works, you know what I mean?
it was only a matter of time before it would go up a little bit, just because of all the fucking shit they put on there.
I just
Yeah.
want to say, where's my fucking email saying that there was a price increase?
I'm sure it's there if you go look.
I'd like to see if it's compare what the PlayStation versus the Xbox price is now. Like, what does PlayStation Plus cost at the highest tier versus Ultimate? You
I don't
know what
even
I mean?
know what they charge over there, over on the.
Because they have a lot of cool
Sony
perks.
side.
Honestly, PlayStation's fucking thing is dope. Like, they have some good games on there. Their streaming service works really well. They've got a lot of cool classic games. Like, I really feel like I get what I pay for with the PlayStation service. I buy it by the year, though, so.
Let me see.
Well,
their
no,
price.
I don't have an email. I have no notification from Xbox of this price increase. And I've not seen it. I was on Xbox Game Pass last night on my PC and saw no announcement of it.
I wonder how
You
much
should
it would
call
cost.
your local authorities.
Fucking, no, I just think it's kind of shady. It's like, if you're doing a price increase,
Well-
like, let your customers know.
Okay, so the weird thing about that is, like, I have a feeling whenever we signed up for Game Pass, we probably signed some shit that said, like, they don't have to tell
something
us anything.
deep in the terms of agreement, or terms and agreement, whatever.
So 1 month subscription for PlayStation Plus is $17.99, so it's still $1
Jesus
cheaper.
Christ.
For the,
on the
that's the
PC.
highest tier of PlayStation, right?
That's just what it says on PlayStation Plus on the website.
Oh, and I never got to this part, but the price increase
That's
goes
the
into-
premium, yeah,
That's
plus
the
premium.
yeah.
So the ultimate for Xbox is $16.99
Yeah.
with the price increase. So it's similar.
Very
They're-
similar. Wonder what the year is like though, because I know PlayStation gives you discounts if you bundle and buy like 3 months.
It's
6
$119
months a year
$99 if you buy a year. So
for the PlayStation one.
yeah, well, $19.99.
So
divided by
the
12.
price increase for
You're
Game
paying
Pass went into
$10 a month if you do it for a year.
Okay. And
And
then what about the Xbox? Is there a bundle for the year? Surely they have a
Yeah.
year bundle.
Pass Ultimate 12
Sorry,
months.
this is interesting to me. I'm just curious.
Okay, I'm going to their website. Let's see.
Xbox runs a lot more deals too, though. Like you can get like $1 3-month bundles and shit through Xbox a lot more frequently than with PlayStation. Like PlayStation doesn't offer shit like that ever.
Yeah, I don't know how to find the price for Game Pass.
I
Oh,
will-
here it is. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so Ultimate okay. Yeah, Ultimate right here. It says get your first month for $1, then $16.99 per month, but it doesn't show you like if you pay for a year or anything. Let's see if we go to
Maybe
join
they just
now.
have the one flat rate.
You think that doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like they've always done like, oh, if you buy a year, it's this much type situation. Sorry for the radio, guys. Ultimate year.
I'm seeing them on eBay, but not on like any real sites. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't show like if they have like a deal for buying it. Is there a yearly option? Yes, you can redeem multiple Game Pass Ultimate discounts all at once, also known as stacking the codes to get the full 12 months. In fact, you can get full 36-month worth or 3 years if you're expecting the price to go up. Each year will save you $100 compared to Microsoft's plan. So like you can do like apparently there's ways to just
So if
like
you have a discount code, just do it over and over again,
Buy
basically.
No,
the physical cards.
you can take like a code and then put it with another code, not like the exact same one. Like you would have to use different codes, but like or not different deals on top of each other. So it's basically.
So basically, if you're buying a year at a time, PlayStation's a better deal. But if you're buying a month at a time, Xbox is a better deal.
Or it's about the same actually. It says it's 120.
But then does that PlayStation Plus subscription come with PlayStation Now?
That comes with literally everything.
Yeah,
Like,
you get that
that's,
for
that's the
part
classic
of the online
games, the streaming service, the monthly games, the fucking online service, the game catalog. If you pay for the one that's $20 a year cheaper, that's not the premium, but the extra or whatever. There's one that's like the middle tier, and the only thing you're cutting out in that middle tier is, I want to say, the classic catalog or the streaming. One of those two gets cut out. But it's still basically like totally worth it. You get all the game catalog and shit for that price. And I think that one's only $100 a year or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So basically, okay, here's what it says. It says, from the Microsoft Store, you can only subscribe to a monthly recurring payment. However, you could purchase digital codes for Game Pass Ultimate in your region from any authorized or legit retailer. You can stack those codes to your account for up to 36 months. So
it's saying go on Kingwin and buy illegal codes, basically, and stack them up.
Not illegal. No, it's got to be a legit.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, you could do that.
It's legit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I bought lots of shit from fucking these code sites. You know what I mean?
I've never actually done that just because I don't know which ones are legit or not.
Green Man Gaming is extremely legit. Like, I mean, I don't know where they get the
How
codes,
legit?
but I know that I've never been scammed by them.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Same with like Fanatical. I trust them a whole lot, although they're way more like legit than most of those places. You know what I mean? G2A, I've had good experiences, but it's very sketchy over there.
Yeah.
We're getting into the sketchy side
Yeah,
of the key selling.
people shit on G2A a lot for their practices.
Which is weird because I bought a lot of games from GTA.
I've never Scout's Honor. I've never bought anything from GTA.
I'll openly admit.
No, I have to.
I don't know how many trucks they just rob on the highway like full of like game codes. Like there's just trucks driving around that say Steam on the side, and then they just fucking kick the doors in. And like, yeah. But anyways, Brent, what you got?
No, it's you, Jamil.
Is it?
I'm probably, is it me?
No, it's Jamil.
No,
it's Jamil.
I haven't gone yet.
Brent, no, you went first, and then I went.
I didn't go.
He never went.
Well, you talked a long time on. Oh.
Yeah,
I just talk a
Brent
lot.
just talks.
What were we talking about before I brought up the Game Pass? Because we talked about the Slim.
Pigman
I thought
we were talking about the Slim.
I thought you had the article for the Slim.
Yeah, no.
No.
All right, check this out. Yanni O'Queenie. I'm not even going to try.
Joaquin Phoenix?
What?
No, just kidding.
I'm not even going to try.
Giannis Papa.
We're just going to call him Yanni, okay? Yanni, the
Yanni.
22-year-old Rainbow Six Siege player who swatted the Ubisoft Montreal offices in November 2020 has been sentenced to 3 years of community service for his crimes.
That seems.
I thought they were going to say like sentenced to death. Like,
yeah, no, and he's supposed to pay restitution to the people who were like affected by it or something too.
oh, that's gonna be a lot of money.
It's gonna be a lot of money. So basically, he has to pay a lot of money and do a whole bunch of community service. But he's not going to jail or anything. So I'm sure he's
got to pay his
very
lawyer
grateful
fees,
to
all
not
this.
be going to jail, and I'm sure he learned a very valuable lesson You know,
He'll be canceled for the rest of his life. Like,
he's definitely not getting his fucking account back on Rainbow Six.
No.
That's for sure.
he'll never get a job again to pay all those people. So, because I'm pretty sure that's a felony. Like,
Yeah, he got off real easy. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of felonies, unless it's Devin's turn. No, it's my turn. Yeah. Yuji Naka, co-creator of the Sonic the Hedgehog series, and former boss of Sonic Team at Sega, was given a suspended prison sentence for insider trading following a trial in Japan.
Oh no!
According to IG in Japan, 57-year-old Naka was found guilty of violating Japan's Financial Instruments and Exchange Act for insider trading in connection with the development of a game for publisher Square Enix. Following a trial held at the Tokyo District Court on July 7, 2023, Judge Madoka Hiruta issued a 2.5-year prison sentence, suspended for 4 years, as well as 2 fines of $14,000 and $1.1 million. Naka was arrested in November for suspected insider trading relating to an investment made while working at Square Enix. He allegedly bought 10,000 shares in developer aiming at 10,000 shares in developer aiming at a value of around $20,000 ahead of the announcement of the Dragon Quest Tact mobile game in partnership with Square Enix. Insider trading is the buying and selling of stocks with confidential or non-public information, usually with the intention to make money, and is illegal in Japan.
Damn.
Yeah.
All over 20 G's? Fucking, that seems...
Well, no. He bought 20 G's worth of stocks in the...
Yeah, but I mean, like...
I
get it.
He bought so he bought 10,000 shares at 20,000. So those shares after the game came out probably jumped up to like
probably worth a lot more, but at the same time, you know, like
he basically made like
he made a $20,000 investment. You know,
but he probably made a couple mil off of that $20,000 investment.
It just seems like such a victimless crime, you know, like.
Oh, that's true.
To me, you know, I don't know, man. It seems like a lot of fucking time to give somebody over something like that obviously like is beneficial to the company that he's investing in. You know what I mean? It's not like he's fucking like robbing somebody or fucking like he knew he should invest his money there. You know what I mean? But like,
he's just getting a tip.
Should this guy really be punished so harshly for trying
Japan,
to like? You know
I was about to say you also have to take into account Japan's
their culture,
legal system. Punishment for crimes there are much higher than the same punishments for crimes here.
Yeah,
well,
imagine getting caught with weed in Japan.
Martha Stewart did fucking about the same amount of maybe not the exact same amount of time, but she had probably way better lawyers, you know what I mean? And she went to prison in fucking America for like the same shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but she went to fancy prison. Like, you know, shit was dope for her. The thing is like in Japan, like, you can get put away for like a decade for like a gram of weed. You know, it's like they're just very strict about their shit over there. Like they try to run this like clean cut society where like if you're a fucking bad person in any sense of the word, like they're like, no, you make us look bad. Like you're going away. So and also this is pretty public. You know, it's like one of those things where like to them it's like the whole world's watching. They're one of their. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog is now like got this like, you know, oh shit, the guy who made him is like a felon.
I just feel for the guy, you know.
Oh, I do too.
I totally would do the same shit.
Yeah.
You know,
I would insider trade. I would absolutely insider trade.
So would
I'm
Nancy
not
Pelosi.
joking. So many people probably do it on a regular basis. You know,
Gonna
what
get
I mean?
suicide in there.
Yeah, you can say anybody, but you don't say that.
All right, I'm gonna pop off 2 quick ones right here. So the cover of NBA 2K24, Jesus words, is gonna have your boy Kobe on the front of it.
Nice.
Okay.
So, nice little tribute to
Mamba
him.
forever, dog.
And then we are getting a boys Call of Duty crossover.
How is that even gonna work? Are you gonna be a superhero?
Operator skins.
It's a Warzone
Oh, okay.
crossover, right? Like, okay. Yeah.
It's gonna be like Fortnite, where you just like turn into Homelander for a second.
No,
fly
there's no
around the map.
abilities. It'll just be a
Can you
skin.
imagine how dope that would be? You're just like flying around lasering people. Fucking.
That would be tight as
That
hell.
would be so sick.
I'm sure like you'll get like some kind of weapons.
Operator bundle for Noir, Homelander, and Starlight.
That'd be tight if
Cool.
if you do Homelander, you get like a tracer pack. Like whenever you shoot somebody, like you see it as lasers or whatever. It'd be
Or
cool.
yeah, and he just like falls to pieces.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
That'd
Or their
be
head
dope.
just kind of like, you know.
Dude, yeah, there's a lot that they could do with that. But
Or like a melee attack, you know, like when you get close and you hit somebody and it does the whole animation or whatever, you know what I mean? You could do something stupid for fucking Homelanders, you know, where you just like
Just have 'em
punches them into
explode.
space or something.
Oh yeah.
but yeah, I hope they do the skins justice.
Britt.
Okay. Developer Gameloft has confirmed that Disney Dreamlight Valley will launch its free-to-play version at some point in 2023.
Damn.
The company has stopped short of making any promises about an exact release date. A recent content roadmap promises an entirely new chapter of the game much later this year, as well as a long-awaited addition of multiplayer. So it's possible that such a large update could accompany the game's official free-to-play launch.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a very good.
It's a good game for
good
free to
game.
play, you know?
Have you tried it?
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
awesome.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So Mega Man has a long and storied video game history. Even Capcom thinks so. In a recent shareholders meeting, the publisher called the series, quote, one of Capcom's historic franchises and noted that it's loved by fans. Since the departure of series designer Keiji Inafune, though Mega Man's appearances have been few and far between, with the Blue Bomber last appearing in a mainline game in 2018 and Mega Man X's last major console outing being in 2005. But take heart, Mega Man fans. Capcom says that it's still thinking about the future of the series, and that also includes older favorites like Sengoku Basara and Onimusha. Quote, we are considering how...
Onimusha? Shit.
Be cool.
That'd be dope if they brought that back.
We're considering how to approach the production of new entries in the series, which requires numerous factors, including the development of a solid concept, ideas, and gameplay, etc., Capcom says. So, that'd be cool. I mean, if they put out like
Make a Mega Man Dark Souls, bro. Let's just do it.
Dude,
Fuck
but
it.
keep it like not kid friendly, but keep it like the Blue Bomber look. Like, dude, what if they did like the Mega Man Legends or like Mega
That's what
Man
I'm
64
saying,
look,
yeah,
but
like-
it was just like modernized
and
Demon Souls.
Demon Souls. Yeah, that would be
Like
sick.
with gun, it's all about shooting the gun
Yeah.
rather than, you know.
It would be like Returnal. Like that level of difficulty, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? But like, you know, that focus on gunplay and stuff. It would be cool.
Dude, I miss Mega Man 64. Everyone hated that game for some reason. Like,
I liked it.
it's so hated. I don't understand.
I mean, it. You know, I get it.
I
but
don't.
I enjoyed it.
I don't get how people like the original Mega, but they don't like that one. That's just my opinion. But anyways, go ahead.
So, Starfield's lack of accessibility information has disabled gamers worried. So, apparently, so Colo Jones is... So, Starfield's...
I'm sure it'll be plenty accessible.
Yeah, it's Xbox.
And if not, the modders will fix it.
Yeah.
Give it time. Yeah. Also,
But yeah,
literally,
this
it's the
is-
Xbox. They have that controller that you can use. You know, like I guarantee you, Phil Spencer was like, "Hey, make sure the text is readable." You know, let's
Yeah.
throw in.
So, to make a long, very long article, actually, kind of just short, Starfield has not put out any description of any accessibility options as of yet, and has failed to talk, or like the developers haven't responded to any people reaching out to them in regards to it.
Well, I
So
guess
there's
we
just
got to
been
look at their
silence on it.
past games. You know, it doesn't. I mean, they didn't really have very many options in Fallout 4.
Yeah, I was about
or
to say
fucking
I can't really remember seeing any accessibility
Skyrim,
options about
yeah.
those. So,
I mean, you could make your Pip-Boy different colors.
God damn it. So yeah, that's a rising concern. So,
I'm not hating because you know.
I don't know,
I get
Jamil.
it.
Sounds like you're.
You know, I'm just saying like.
I will
You-
say, you know, there are plenty of other games to play that have like great accessibility options.
That does suck though, not being able to play. I mean, it's
You're
almost
inconsiderate, able-bodied person. Ableist. You're
yeah,
an
it's
ableist.
true. You know, they don't. If I was disabled, I would honestly be upset too. You know, like that's all I'm saying. I could see, not even I can see where they're coming from. Like it would suck to not be able to play
Yeah.
Starfield.
Yeah.
So hopefully, but they're being quiet because they're working on it, and they don't.
because they can't speak. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
Sorry.
I was gonna pull the I can see where they're coming from. No, but I'm just kidding. Nah. Anyways,
Well, just like
that's what I was,
well, just like one of y'all said
They
about
can't
having
see
the
where they're
control.
coming
The fucking goddamn. All right, let's
Like,
just move on to the next article.
all I'm saying is like, I hope they're working on something because it is Xbox, and Xbox has been touting their like accessibility this whole time. So it's
Yeah,
like,
I mean they have the
Yeah.
whole controller set up and everything.
yeah, give us something. Anyways, Brent, what you got? Or no, Devin, what you got?
That was
No,
me.
it's me.
No, Brent, what you got?
All right, here we go. Horror movie producer Jason Blum of Blumhouse Productions has teased that he is definitely looking to find more popular video games that can be turned into horror movies. Blumhouse has a few in the works already, including Five Nights at Freddy's and the Dead by Daylight movies. He said, quote, "I think the right video games make great source material for movies."
Well,
Blum-
thank you.
He said, I
Dead
mean,
Space.
you know that even with the Super Mario Bros. Movie, it's a different genre, but it was an amazingly successful movie. And I certainly hope that that's the case with Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm definitely looking for more, or forward to finding more games that are popular that we could turn into horror movies.
I guarantee you, sir, it's not going to be anywhere as popular as the Mario movie. But
Hey, check this out, though. What if they make a PT movie? Dude, like, okay, we're never going to get the game. I've just
Yeah.
accepted that, okay? But what if we made a movie? Out of just the concept that trailer, that fucking...
just don't let
demo
Guillermo del
presents-
Toro make it,
No,
please.
get him in there.
No.
But make him make the
Get him in
monsters.
there.
No.
Make him make the monsters. Don't let him have any hand in writing the script. Just
Make him
make him
stop.
make the monsters. You know?
I guess. I don't know. Like, I could see, what's his name?
I do like his monster
I always
design.
forget his name now.
monsters.
Yeah.
Who's the guy?
It's good monster.
Hideo Kojima. I could see him getting into movies.
That would be cool.
He seems to want. He's been trying to like make
Branch
connects.
out.
You know, like.
Yeah.
So I
He has
could
been
see
branching out to some weird spots too. Yeah.
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 Um,
Fucking, Brad?
I
no,
just
that's
went.
me. Yeah. Shit. What were we talking? Oh, scary movies and video game movies. What were we gonna say? Oh yeah. What's his name? Like J.J. Abrams is making a Hot Wheels movie right now.
Oh,
fucking
fuck yeah,
saw
dude.
that.
Yeah, it said it's gonna be grounded
Oh.
and gritty. I'm like, how does that? What the fuck does that mean?
Well, here, real quick, while we are on video game movies / shows and shit, the Twisted Metal just got a new trailer.
Oh.
And I gotta say, I watched it before the show, and it gives me a lot more fucking hope for it than whatever the hell that trailer, the initial trailer was. So,
Yeah, that first trailer was a little bit like,
what the fuck? No, but the second trailer shows a fuck ton more. It really focuses on like the vehicle combat and everything, and then kind of like lays out where they're like the direction and like where Anthony Mackie's character plays into it. So
I'm excited to see what they got going on.
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
I'm
The-
gonna watch it for sure.
Yeah. Well, then the second trailer will give you a lot more hope as to like, all right, this ain't just gonna be just fucking god awful. Maybe. Like,
Every time I hear his name, Anthony Mackie, I think of Allison Mack from Smallville, who just got out of prison.
Oh
Like,
yeah, for the Nexium thing or the
yeah, Nixium.
yeah.
Yeah. I was like, huh.
I saw something about that, but I have no idea. I never
It was
watched.
like
a
a
it.
sex
sex
cult.
cult.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Okay. Yeah.
She was
what the
like
fuck?
grooming fucking young women into like fucking joining the sex cult and fucking because she's Anthony. I keep wanting to call her
Anthony Mack.
She's Allison Mack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking dude,
And people are
Hollywood.
like, oh,
Hollywood is
celebrity.
weird.
It's really
man.
weird, bro.
Hollyweird. Ooh, got him. No, I'm just kidding. I love
Get
it
out.
whenever people say that with like such oomph behind it. I love when boomers are on like Facebook and they're like, "Oh, Hollyweird at it again." It's like,
Jesus Christ.
got him. Got him. No, but anyway, so EA has confirmed the heavily rumored Black Panther game. Although it failed to mention a release window or intended platforms. The single-player action-adventure game based on Marvel's Black Panther is in development at a new Seattle-based EA studio called Cliffhanger Games. EA did not release any screenshots or video of this Black Panther game, but did say it's an original third-person single-player adventure developed in partnership with Marvel Games.
Well,
So-
wait. I also saw that it was by the people who did Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, I think that's who that.
That's cool. I don't
it
know,
says
man.
the project
Well, it
is
said it was a
led.
new.
No, it says the project is led by Kevin Stevens, who was Monolith Production studio head during development of Shadow of Mordor
okay.
franchise.
What's Black Panther's power? That he's got a sweet suit and
Well,
he
no,
can fight
he's-
really well?
No, he's got like superhuman abilities.
Strength and
Yeah,
stuff?
superhuman strength, and then his suit like absorbs power and then releases it once it gets like to a maximum or
cool.
something. And then he's got all of, like the what's the metal?
The
Vibranium.
vibranium.
Vibranium, like no, is it vibranium? Yeah.
I think it is vibranium, right?
Yeah, like like it's only in Wakanda, the metal that's only in Wakanda. Well, and now the bottom of the ocean because of the Atlanteans or whatever they're called.
Aliens. No,
What was the bad guy in the Wakanda Forever?
I don't know. I didn't watch the new one.
Oh,
I haven't seen any of them.
but yeah. I mean, that could be cool though. I don't know what setting they're gonna have it in. If he's gonna be in Wakanda or somewhere
Probably
else.
like a mix of locales, you know?
they're
some
talking
in the city, some in the jungle.
Well, they're talking about having it being a reactive world too, like similar to Shadow of Mordor.
Oh, like
Or
where you do
Mordor.
some stuff and then like this
There's, like-
happens in the world.
Yeah, or it's like remembered in the world and then could show up later in the game.
With the people on it, sounds like it could be good. It sounds like it's gonna be a quadruple A game, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
Sectuple a game.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
surpassed the quads, dude. All right, I'm out of news. You guys, take us away.
So my last one here, is it me or is it Brent?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't-
Fucking-
y'all-
So Diablo 4's, have y'all heard? Okay, before I get onto this article, did y'all hear about like the uber unique items that like the drop rate of them is so insanely rare that you're more likely to get struck by lightning
No.
than anything else?
Uh-uh.
So there's like several, I don't know how many items, but there's a set of very ultra unique items in Diablo 4 that only like a couple people throughout the entirety of Diablo have received. But now apparently it's too many because people have put millions and millions of hours into this game collectively already, in the 2 months, a month or two that it's been out. And well, apparently it's too much. So Diablo 4's 6 super rare unique items have returned. They removed them. Wait, what the fuck? I'm sorry. So they were removed after people have started getting them or finding them, and then now they've returned them via a hot fix,
Oh, okay.
and apparently going to make them more rare to find.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Fucking yeah. So the title of this article threw me off though. It says Diablo 4's 6 uber unique items return as Blizzard warns, but I was looking at one that said they removed them because too many people were finding them.
Oh,
But
okay.
I only saw an article the week before saying that only a couple people out of the millions of people playing the game have found it, and that the chances of finding it, you are more likely to get struck by lightning.
Wow.
And
Well,
people
they
were like,
probably
haven't-
found a way to break it. That's probably why they stopped it, because they're like, how are people finding this many? Because they maybe had it like super unique, and then they realized too many people were finding it, so there might be some kind of like
hack or something.
yeah, something people are doing that they
So
were like, we're
yeah,
gonna
it was
hold
with one of the chests. Disabled. It said Diablo 4's 6 super rare unique items have returned via a new hotfix after Blizzard temporarily disabled them to address an issue with Helltide chest drops. However, Blizzard is warning it may not be done. In a note, the Helltide chest drop was, I guess people were exploiting it and getting a bunch. But all the other items, there was an article a couple weeks ago, I think I thought I touched on it, that like people were complaining that like these items are just so insanely rare that there's no point in even trying to grind for them because the drop rate of it is like you're more likely to get struck by lightning. It's that fucking bad.
Wow.
Dang.
I haven't even played Diablo 4 yet. I need to get on that.
I played the beta, but did you buy it, Jamel?
No, because I bought Tears of the Kingdom. It came out
That's
around the
right,
same
that's
time.
right, yeah.
It was too expensive to buy both. I was like, dude, I'm not dropping another 70.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how it go. Brent, you got anything?
Oh, just the last one. UFC 5 was announced, but they really didn't do more than just show the title, and then they're like, more news coming in September. So I'll just be sitting here pissing my pants until September. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Hell yeah.
Finally, a
Sweet.
next-gen UFC game, you know?
There's some more news coming in September.
September. It's a weirdly long time
Yeah.
to tease it.
That's only a month away.
It's weird because
Well,
the
like,
day before that, I
Just
was
one
on
was
the UFC like Facebook page or whatever. They post stuff all the time, and like they posted this thing about adding new fighters to the game, and like every comment on the thing was like, "Announce UFC 5, announce UFC 5, blah 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 blah, UFC 5." And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you guys are super impatient. And then the next day, they're like, UFC 5, here we are, but not until September though.
yeah, they probably were afraid somebody was going to leak it
Sorry.
at that point.
I want to be too far in the depths of space by then.
Oh yeah, Starfield. Yeah.
Ooh,
But
yeah.
they're just gonna announce a date for in September. I doubt
I know.
it. You know,
that
it'll
news
be
isn't
that
going to
soon.
reach me.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
No, I'll be too
be
far
too
in
high
space.
off. Yeah, I
I'm
like
so
it.
excited.
And I don't give a shit. If they drop that shit in September, I will have to play both games because, like, fucking, that's just the way it is.
That's just
the way it be.
All
Alright.
right, so I am out of news. I believe everybody else is out of news. Also, there are no
We got any
hot
hot
releases
oh,
besides
God, no hot
Synapse or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, that's the one I was talking about earlier, yeah.
Yeah, that comes out this
It's
week.
out.
Or
Yeah,
it is out
it's
this
already
week.
out.
Okay.
I would love to fucking get it, but it's like $30, so I gotta, wait till my paycheck.
Wait for that money. So Brent, take us to Chat GP trivia, please.
Yeah,
Take us
keep
away.
the people entertained. I gotta log into the chat.
Yeah.
Well, while you're logging into that, I do have something interesting that I found out about some AI shit here
Oh,
this past
shit.
week. So people are starting to create programs that will take 2D images and create 3D STL files using AI. Create
You mean
or
the 3D print shit.
yes,
So
3D
AI is like creating things now.
So, or you can. There's even programs where you can give it a prompt to make you a 3D model in STL form that you can go and print.
Nice.
That's dope.
Yeah, and then there's also
not
programs to take
surprised.
a picture, a 2D picture, and it will 3D model it as best it can.
You can probably have it make anything you want.
Dude, it's gonna get crazy. If that's the case, then like,
And even if it doesn't make it perfectly, you could probably get it close enough to just alter the code that it makes or whatever, and like,
or just polish it up
Yeah,
in a
polish
3D
it up,
modeling
yeah.
program.
Mhm.
Yeah, because polishing something up, you don't need as much experience of just starting from scratch. Like, so you can, that'd be a lot easier to learn than, just 3D modeling from scratch.
Yeah.
Because 3D modeling is a fucking bitch.
You gotta be an artiste, dude.
Dude, I want to start I want to get out of this heat and just 3D print for a living. That'd be dope.
Do it. Do it.
Well, I found this subscription service of this. It's just this one guy who does insane amounts of 3D modeling, but he's got a subscription service to over like 1,000 models of stuff that he's created. And for $10 a month, gives you access to all of his models in his, like, I guess what he's created, and it gives you the commercial license to it.
Nice.
Because like every time you buy a model, usually if it's like off of like these different sites and stuff, you don't get the commercial license.
Yeah.
And so if you were to print those and then sell them without permission, you could get sued and shit.
How would he know though?
Hmm?
I guess if you're just constantly printing them
Yeah,
off,
I mean,
he'd
if-
be like, huh.
They got to find it and see that you're selling it and whatnot. But it's like whenever you sell stuff as a 3D printer, you need to like give props to whoever created that 3D model. And if you don't, people ask questions sometimes. Depends, but it's just best to avoid any possible legal, BS.
This might be the best one that it's ever done.
All right, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
All right, I went horror themed this week.
Like horror game theme?
Horror game themed. Yeah.
Okay.
Horror games?
I originally told it to make me 4 hard questions about horror video games and give me the answers. It didn't do it in a multiple choice format at first, and it was very long-winded with its answers. So I had it revise the questions into multiple choice format, and here we go.
Boom.
All right. Question number 1. In the survival horror game Silent Hill 2, what is the significance of the protagonist James Sutherland's journey to the town of Silent Hill?
To find his daughter, right?
Well, let me read you.
Okay.
Let me read you the multiple choice answers, and then you can,
Or not his daughter. It's
check it out.
Anyways,
Just-
go ahead.
Is it A, to rescue his kidnapped daughter? B, to find a cure for a mysterious illness? C, to confront his guilt and come to terms with his actions?
D, all of the
Or
above.
D, to uncover the truth about his wife's disappearance?
I think it's D, actually. I think I mixed it up because, like, I know...
Well, I thought it
I thought it was the
A
daughter
too,
too,
yeah.
but I think it depends on, like... Because I'm basing it off of the movie. I can't remember.
Hang on, I gotta look this up because this might be one of those where ChatGPT is
Just fucking up.
held up.
Yeah, because I think it is the daughter or the wife. I can't remember. It's one or the other, and I don't remember which one it is now.
Hang on, I'm sorry.
So Jamel.
Yeah. Have you come to terms with your guilt yet?
Cause
Never. There's not enough time in my lifespan.
Yeah.
yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
I think Silent Hill also is about him coming to terms with his guilt. You know.
I mean, all of those sounded like pretty decent answers.
Yeah. No. Okay. So this is totally wrong, but the right answer is one of the fucking answers that it gives you. It says that the answer is C, but the actual answer is D.
So I was right.
It is right to uncover the truth about his wife's disappearance.
Okay.
In the beginning of Silent Hill 2, you get a message from your wife, like, come find me. Kind of like Resident Evil 7, but it's not that.
Yeah.
All right. Bad ChatGPT. Bad ChatGPT.
That's all right. That's
all right. Moving on. Question number 2. In the game Amnesia: The Dark Descent, what is the main gameplay mechanic that adds to the horror experience? Is it A? Dude, that's not a fucking good question. Never mind. I lied about this.
You're like, this is going to be the best one yet. Each one, you're like, these suck.
This is terrible. But I'm going to go ahead and... Is it A, stealth mechanics, B, sanity system, C, puzzle solving, D, resource management? This is totally...
It's the sanity system.
It is the sanity system, but it's also a very objective question because the stealth mechanics could be your favorite part about it in Amnesia: The fucking Dark Descent. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that's what makes the fucking gameplay and adds to the horror experience for you. That's not really a fucking, good question. Anyways, question number 3. In the game Outlast, what role does the camera play in the gameplay and storytelling? No, dude, this is bad.
This is like an English teacher asking you questions.
I'm done with the fucking questions. I'm sorry, because these are all just
but it acts as your night vision, but also to record the horrors.
Look, let me
read
you this. It says A, provides night vision. B, captures evidence of paranormal activity. C, acts as a weapon against enemies. D, unlocks secret areas.
It's like all of those.
A and B, but not the other two.
Obviously, A is the most right answer out of the list.
B is also right, but then C and D are
It says B is the right answer. But it's how could you A is also the right answer. You can't just say I'm done with this.
No, A and B were correct, but C and D were not even.
ChatGPT's really fucked us today. So way to go, AI.
Hey,
you'll lose this time.
Hey, at least we know we're not as close to being taken over by AI as we think, or at least it doesn't seem that way.
Yeah.
Thanks to ChatGPT.
At least the trivia show hosts still have a job.
Yeah, dude, for sure. But remember, everybody, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com, and, not by AI, but by us. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to join us and the rest of the GameSpeak community at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast, and check out our other video content on YouTube. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle Joffrey Jamel, Brent at Brent has one, that's the number 1, and Devin at Devondrius. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time, listeners, later.